guys saw there, I have to hit the park brake because the shifter is stuck, and even if it wasn't stuck, it's broken off the transmission. And then I have to go down here, and it's really hard to see, but I have to shift it manually with that rod. So, to shut the blazer off, I gotta choke it out so it can't breathe. And then disconnect the battery so that it doesn't die. And then the reasoning that I have to shut it off like that is the key is actually stuck. Shifter's stuck. The whole steering column's got some problems. Look at all the goodies. No. Alright, so here we go. We got all these brand new goodies for the Blazer, and I think there's one part for the truck in here somewhere. So we're going to get to cut these open, blast through that. Alright, got a lot of stuff to go through. There's more stuff coming. Some of this stuff has been sitting in the garage for a bit. Just haven't had any time, but let's get into it. So, tracking crib. So one of the pulleys for the Blazer, my thermostat. So I got a lower temperature thermostat to help with the cooling issue. This is for the truck. I can't find one for the Blazer, but I am in the process of trying to find it. So I got the upper and the lower. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna figure it out. It's a U-joint style steering shaft, I guess, instead of a rag joint, which the Blazer and the Sierra have. So we're switching to that for the truck. Been hearing some clunking in the steering lately. I think that's the culprit. And then this is the other one. And box. This will be the tensioner. So I got the tensioner pulley, and then I also have the actual tensioner. Oh, which it came with a new pulley. So I got extra pulley. And that. All the pulleys are going to outshine the rest of the engine. This is from American Bolt. So these here, I got two of them. And it comes with the whole wiring and everything for the escape box. So, like I was trying to say, I got two of these electric fans for the front of the Blazer. Up in front of the grill, you can there's quite a bit of space in there. Now I did get a transmission cooler, so I can disconnect the transmission from the rad, so that it's not running any of that through there. But I'm not putting the transmission cooler in front of the rad. I'm going to be putting these in front of the rad, leaving the clutch fan in place, and see how that does. These are ranged from 170 degrees Fahrenheit to 195 Fahrenheit. The Blazer is typically, I think it's 185, 195 where the thermostat kicks in. I got a 165 thermostat because I know how often these Blazers overheat. So with the thermostat going in at 165, if the truck tries to overheat after that, then from 170 to 195, these will turn on. So they won't actually be on until the truck has reached above the 165 that the thermostat is going to let through. So hopefully that works. Hopefully it's not too cool for the engine. I guess we'll find out. So yeah, two of those, and then the entire wiring and everything for it so that I don't have to shop around for all the separate parts. We got the transmission cooler. It's going to be a huge learning curve for me because I have to replumb the transmission basically. Oh, they gave me tubing. Looks like they give you the fittings. Transmission cooler, I'm planning on mounting right up above the transmission. Well, not above the transmission, but nearby. There's a lot of space under there. So. Yeah, see? I ordered tubing, so I got lots of tubing. Got a new pump for the blazer. Darn plastic doesn't let you see it very well. There you go. This is from Rock Auto as well. I could leave a link in the description, but it's just rockauto.com. You can find quite a bit of what you need for a pretty fair price, at least fair here in Canada. New power steering pulley. Got a new belt. That there. Remanufactured steering gear. But for those of you that know that I'm doing the solid axle swap, which I'm pretty sure is anybody that's watching this, I'm actually putting a Astro steering box in because the pitman arm goes out the front or out the back in a certain way, but it just works with the solid axle swap. So instead of getting a junkyard one, I got a new one. Same with the leaf springs I got coming. They're from a 95 YJ, but they're brand new. And those will be for the front. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to do it the simplest, obviously, but also something that's going to be solid because of all the steering issues that I've had with the independent front suspension. I don't want to be dealing with these problems after a solid axle swap, because that's kind of the whole reason for it, is to fix the steering and try to get a little more lift, but not too much more, but better suspension, because right now it's just super stiff and I can't do a whole lot. The 4x4 in these things sucks. Even though I did just get the 4x4 fixed, we're just gonna pop it all out. We're gonna get to tearing apart the blazer. So let's get into it. Of course, I forgot to show you guys the brand shiny rad. Alright guys, I'm going to start taking the hood off, and then we're going to start taking the rest of the front whip off from there. Now, even though I know this is technically the wrong way to take the hood off, I'm just trying to do it as quickly as possible. It's going to be a pain to put back on, I know, but whatever. I'm going to put some rags in between there and on that side so that try and not damage the paint so much. Alright, the next step here, gonna get the grill off. Alright, now the flares, hopefully I constructed them well enough, they come off nice. start taking out the inner fender while we're here. And just to show you guys, I already disconnected everything on the radiator. Same on this side, all disconnected. And we got the canister. That's disconnected from the rad support. Hood latch. Just gonna take it off here. Just stretch that out a little bit. Slip this cable out through there, and then this piece here just slides off. So I'm in the process of disconnecting the wiring and everything from the rad support, and got the headlight disconnected on the passenger side, and it's just a rat's nest. Like somebody, like obviously that's a turn signal, that's a turn signal, but then when you get to the headlight, they just started splicing. This didn't go to anything. Alright, let's take the rad support off, disconnect the fenders. Hoping I can get my angle drill in there, because I'm lazy. Bam! Got it. Woo! So we're going to disconnect the winch now. My bench has many talents. Now we're going to remove the power steering pump. There's 3 bolts on the back side of the frame. Those are the 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. Bolt that is up on connecting the steering shaft. And then you just got, I think it's just the 2 hoses coming out. Ow. And the pitman on. I don't have metric wrenches, so I get to use a plumbing wrench. Two hoses are disconnected. steering shaft. Pull that sleeve back. It's pretty tight in here, I'm surprised. Well, am I though? And then there's a bolt pinned down in here. Okay guys, so we're going to start tearing apart all the suspension, brakes, everything out of the front end, and then we'll drop the diff out.